In this video, I'm going to talk a bit about the whiteboard functionality of Microsoft Teams. I will also talk a bit about how to use the whiteboard in an MTR, a Microsoft Teams room system, but mainly focus on the computer version. So there are two options for running a whiteboard in Teams. Either we use the built-in one that is actually a web version or a similar version to the one on the web. And the other option is to download and use the one from Microsoft Store. Both of them work in about the same way, but the app on the computer is a bit more feature-rich. So I'll start by connecting to my meeting here. I have also connected a Teams room system, but I have turned off the camera, so the camera is currently black, but that doesn't really matter for this demo, since we are focusing on the whiteboard. So I'll start by clicking this Open Share Tray here, and then we get the Microsoft Whiteboard here. This is the web version of the whiteboard, which runs in Teams as default. I can here choose a pen and write something. I can put a sticky note here. I can write things. And I can move things around. If we have a look at the MTR right now, that system runs only the web version of this. So when I write something, I can do it in the same way. It will be shown on my other screen, but we are quite limited to the number of pens we have and the other features. So I'll switch back, and we are back to the computer. So what we are going to do to get more features here and still be inside of the Teams call is we are opening in app here. So I'll choose open the app. And what it does is launching the app in the computer. And now we are in the same whiteboard as we were before, but we have a lot more features here. We have a ruler, for example, where we can draw straight lines, which is a bit harder without it. We have more options for the pen. We can, for example, have a thicker black here. We can also use other features of this, like images. Then I can add a image. And I'll just pick a computer image here, press the plus sign, and there we have it. So this is features that we don't get in the web version, but we are still in the same whiteboard document. So if I switch to the MTR system again, we can see all these things that I've added, but I can't add an image, for example, like this, but I can move it around. I can grab the different things and move them. And if I go back to the computer, I can see that the things have been moved around. So when I now go back to the Teams application, I have the whiteboard here. So I can press stop presenting here. Then I'm back in the call. If I want, I can go back to the same whiteboard that I was in before, and we can continue working on it together. And if I leave the call and I go to my chat window here, I can now see the whiteboard in Teams, my meeting. I can see that I wrote a message before, and I can also go back and see the whiteboard. So this is where the whiteboard lives now. We can continue editing it, we can save it, we can remove it if we want to, or we can open in the app again. So just because we are using the Teams application for whiteboarding doesn't mean we can't use the full Whiteboard application in Windows. So that was everything for this video. I hope you found it interesting, and if you did, you're welcome to subscribe to the channel.